Comment ko naman. Bilang mo nga.
Hindi na nagtigil.
Sino siya Arevalo doon sa Tagalog?
Arevalo, hindi ko na na-check.
Sir, sa Chacha, na pinupush ulit ng House, ano po tingin niyo doon?
Well, it doesn't change anything, ano? Kasi Constituent Assembly, the Senate maintains the position na kung Constituent Assembly, they will have to deal with the Senate. And it's not as simple as transmitting their joint resolution to the Senate because as of now, the status, yung parliamentary status is nasa committee. No? And hindi naman namin mapuwersa yung chairman ng committee na i-report out niya na sa floor. So it remains that way.
So kahit anong tumbling nila sa House, sir, hindi mapapasa yung Chacha?
Well, yun ang position na tinetake ng mga senador. And we are unanimous on this position. At the same time, nag-cross na ng party lines yan na will not, whatever bait yung kanila idanggel, walang magbabait doon.
Sir, yun na dinadanggal nila is SP, yung next president, pwedeng bumalik.
Sa akin, it doesn't make sense. Ano? Meron tayong line of succession and si Vice President Lenny was elected and proclaimed as the winner of the 2016 presidential election, vice presidential. And to put her out of that line of succession, I think it's not only unfair, mukhang devious, ano? Yung scheme para anong motive, anong purpose para malure yung Senate through the Senate President. I don't think so because the Senate President Soto is too smart not to bite the bait na tinadangkel nila. We'll talk about this.
So nung nakikita niyo nga, sir, na motive dito?
Ang motive is just to push through yung Chacha in any manner na magsusut kung ano man yung interest nila, masusut yung interest nila, like removal of term limits, so anybody can run, and other matters na tingin namin merong mga motibo.
Mahandak ba yung Senate doon sa load?
No, hindi matter. Our position hasn't changed. Even up to today, I'll tell you na hindi nagpapalit yung position ng Senate na yung Chacha is, yung timing is off. Hindi ngayon kasi it's already suspect. If we will go along with the House, then masasama pa kami doon sa whatever motivation or whatever self-interest na kasama doon sa Pilipinas.
Sir, about the President's health, sinabi po niya it's not for public consumption. Parang he doesn't have to go directly to the people.
Yeah,
Cabinet
pero he also clarified na free siya from cancer and is healthy. So while it is so stated or provided in the Constitution na dapat make public yung state of health ng Presidente because kasama sa national interest, but that's it. They already said or publicly announced na wala naman siya, hindi naman siya cancer.
So yung sa declaration ng Presidente na wala siyang cancer, sufficient na ba yun, sir, para tigilan na yung issue sa health ng Presidente?
Well, we have so many problems. Hinaharap natin, economy, House peace and order, may napatay pang PIDEA agents. I think we should more focus on the bigger problems rather than yung mga side issues like yung talking about the President's health when in fact we can see him functioning naman. Kung indisposed siya, doon tayo magkaroon ng concern. And we are not being told anything and hindi naman natin nakikita sa public yung Presidente, then something must be wrong. And we should demand that the Palace or Malacanang dapat magbigay ng bulletin. But hindi naman natin nakita kasi nakita natin very visible ang Presidente.
Okay.
Sir, on the four armed forces, senior officers na reconsider kami.
Ano?
Anong reason po pa reconsider?
They submitted a written explanation. May kasamang legal opinion and their interpretation of the existing laws, yung mga PDs and Republic Acts. And when I perused doon sa sinabit nila, sabi ko nga, I'm inclined to agree with the position.
They have reached the age of 56 already.
Yeah, kasi ang governing law, yung PD 1638, amended by 1650, naka-indicate doon na whichever comes later, yung 30 years sa servisyo or yung 60 years old, kung pwede magpatuloy.
So yung sa train, sige, balik ko sa ate. Isang tsatsya lang, sir, when is the right time? If not until next year?
Well, I think para hindi mag-suspect, ito sarili ko opinion, ang right time is pagpalit ng presidente, pag sa unang taon niya pa lamang, doon ay discuss. Kasi pagka yung halos patapos na yung first o yung midterm or yung patapos na yung term niya, naging suspect ng nahaluan ng mga motibo. Especially so na yung nagpo-push mga congressmen na yung iba matatapos na rin yung term nila eh. Di ba? Last term. Hindi ka ba mag-iisip nun?
So under the Duterte administration, wala na siyang chance, at least for the Senate, sir?
At least sa Senate, nagka-isa-isa kami, walang pag-asa. Unless, ibang initiative. Ano? Pero kung on us, na mayroong participation ng Senate, hindi lilipad. Kung ano naman kasi, kung people's initiative or mag-referendum, may participation din ng Senate eh. Cannot be denied because we're under a bicameral system. Ang nakasama kasi rito, yung earlier pronouncements during the time of Speaker Alvarez, na they wanted to ignore the existence of the Senate, ano, na sila na lang. So yun ang nakasama kasi. So ngayon, nag-dig in na kami lahat and we cross party lines with unanimity. Sinabi namin na no way.
Hanggang 2022 na yan, sir, yung walang pag-asa?
Yes. As of now, yan ang sentiment ng mga senador. And I can boldly speak on behalf of the rest of my colleagues.
Sir, pwede din mabago yung composition ng Senate sa election next year?
Well, that's another matter. Pero as long as the sentiment of the majority, huwag na munang pag-usapan Chacha because we have to attend to so many problems na hindi masosolve ng charter change. Okay, thank you.
Yung sa train, kasi di ba nag-no kayo dun sa train?
Yeah.
So ngayon si President is open to suspending the implementation of the
Well, that's a good, at least, parang pronouncement. Ano? Hindi pa naman to ginagawa, hindi pa ito move. Pero mas maganda yung at least coming from him, kino-consider niya na suspend. Because meron ng provision doon na pag nag-hit na ng $80 per barrel, dapat talaga suspend. Kaya lang, sabay kami yata nangyari yun na napalitan yung hindi absolute. Ano? May mga, alam nyo, the usual maneuvers na layoff boards na kailangan pang pag-usapan, hindi automatic. Ang hinihingi sana namin, pag tama ng $80 per barrel, automatic na suspended na. Yan yun ang intent ng pinasa ng Senate. No?
Sir, how soon should it be decided? Kasi sir, may uncertainty sa business, sa mga tao rin po.
Well, let's wait for further announcements kasi sinabi ng Presidente na meron na siyang iniisip na paraan o way to suspend yung excise tax. But we're only talking 2 pesos eh, di ba?
Sir, executive level,
Nandun sa batas eh, na pwedeng suspend sa implementation. Pwedeng suspend kasi nasa batas naman eh.
Hindi na joint resolution?
Hindi naman kailangan kasi ang provision nga, merong certain conditions na pwedeng isuspend yung excise tax. So hindi na kailangan ng participation ng Congress.
Pero sir, suspend that yun, another 2019.
Hindi, may ano yan eh, graduated yan eh. So, let's leave it to the executive branch kasi nandun naman sa batas na yun. We don't need to intervene except in the exercise of oversight. Kung walang ginagawa executive, pwede din kami mag-exercise ng oversight kasi kami nagpasa ng batas.
So yung hindi na magagalaw, sir, yung being implemented ngayon po?
Anong hindi magagalaw?
Yung, I mean, sir, ang suspend lang yung sa 2019, pero yung ini-implement na this year, yun na hindi na...
Well, nagkita tayo ng $80 eh, di ba? Kaya pwede naman anytime. Kung isi-shortcut ng Presidente yung provision na kailangan mag-usap-usap pa yung ano, kasi nasa HOR, mag-usap pa yung economic managers, very shortcut yun eh. Kung sabihin ng Presidente na isuspend na natin, anyway, nasa batas naman, he's not violating the train 1, yung batas, in doing so.
So pang November, December ang pwede?
Yeah, kaya pa. Yes, kasi tataas na naman yan eh. Dahil nga winter time, di ba?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Miss ka na namin, sir.